Good morning, afternoon, or evening. This is Idiot Burns, and welcome to IdiOtBlog 341. What are you guys doing? It's Saturday night, feeling alright, listening to my stepson's songs. The fucking tight, his name is Fletcher. Go check him out. Don't talk to me. I don't care. Don't talk to me. Please. That's just how I am when I'm doing the blog. I have to stay in the zone, or I could just be distracted as heck. I got things I want to talk about today. Oh, I got ice cream I gotta eat. You're listening to Flesher. You can find him at bandlab.com/FLESHR. He's got some tags on his beats. Nothing too crazy. There's some short ones. I think these are some appropriate tracks for interludes, intros, and shit like that. Already pretty well developed. Do go check him out. Today we have 4 subjects. Number 1 subject, fear. The number 2 subject, stage versus studio. The number 3 subject, creating an environment. And number 4, thinking unusual to be unusual. First song is okay ... Second song is, all capitals, Money Counter. Yeah, I mean, they're little shorts. But I think you could extend them. What? Nice. Nice track here. So we're just gonna play the profile. So on the subjects, fear. What are you talking about with fear? Fear of itself. I'm a man, I don't have any fears. A lot of us do have fears. We have things like stage fright. And a lot of us have done things like use drugs to cope with it and stuff like that. And I wanted to just talk on the point. A point that I was thinking about today is I got over my fear with faith, and what it is something you want to do is you want to think about fear. Fear is not. There's nothing to fear right now. Do I have anything to fear? Am I in imminent danger? No. So if I'm living in the moment of now, there's not really anything to fear. What is fear? Fear is thinking about things in the past that's happening before, could happen again. Fear is thinking about karma, or what could happen to your body from things you did in the past, right? Or it's thinking about things like projecting what could happen the future. I'm gonna get cancer. I'm gonna trip and fall. If I have a hard job, I'll hurt my back. I don't want to volunteer. Tell this person I want to do any volunteer work because on Friday I might figure out something else I want to do. Fear gets in the way of a lot of little things, and we don't want to admit that it's fear a lot. But I want to say there's a way to not fear things as much in your life, and it's faith in God or a higher power, that He is going to guide you in the now, and that you have to kind of have a faith and let go of trying to control the future, and that is going to let you let go of the fear. Nothing to Fear is the track we're on. Interesting thing is with fear is I've heard some interesting sayings about it. I remember there was a slogan when I was a kid that was really popular, and it was no fear. NOFEAR. Don't be scared, no fear. And it was a real machismo thing. And I was on a football team, and we had a different version of that slogan. And it wasn't no fear, like let go of it. It was understand it. No fear. KNOW. Know it so well that you beat it, and you know how to feed it to the others on the other team. And that team played 3 seasons, 2 in junior high and 1 with that coach, where we played for 4 seasons, just playing horribly until that last season. And we became undefeated that season, and the next 2 seasons no one scored on us. Wish we could have took that team and not mixed with the people from the other junior high that sucked, that we beat the crap out of all the times we played them, and just stayed our own team when we went to high school. But no, they just forced us to integrate, and we took some of their players on, and they sucked. Guess who got cut? Me. Because I didn't look good. I didn't look good compared to the other guys going for my position. I didn't want to play in the lower teams. In high school, I wanted to play on the teams with the guys I knew. So I just stayed working out, hanging out with them, doing my back exercises and stuff. And yeah, I didn't care to try out the next season. I got into guitar. Didn't care. But fear. No fear. No faith. There's a lot of ways to get through it. There's acronyms. I think this is an acronym that's a pretty powerful acronym. We can talk about that later. We can talk about fear a few times. Doesn't have to be just today. Funny that the song Nothing to Fear came on. Stage versus studio. What the heck is that? What are you talking about? Play your riff at home and it's really fucking easy. Then you go on the stage and you're sleazy. Can't play your damn riff, missing all the notes. You choked. What the fuck happened? I don't really know. Well, there's a difference between stage and in the studio. And usually what it is you're sitting down. Another part of it is that you do takes. But usually what it is that you're sitting down and you're not nervous. You're relaxed. And that's another subject. That's the next subject. It's called creating an environment. And that's what you've done. You've created an environment. You coax yourself in. You play a song. You stop. But what happens when the adrenaline's going? The people are there. They're waiting. You start. You get the nervousness because you plugged your gear in. It's not a nervousness like I'm not going to perform right. It's a nervousness like they're waiting for me to frickin' start and I'm taking forever. I've been setting up for 12 minutes, right? They're looking at you doing nothing, just fumbling with gear. It's kind of a funny thing. It'd be cool if everybody had a stagehand, but that's not the reality of playing in local music scene. So you set your gear up, you take forever, and then you take a little break and you go have a beer and you come back on and they're like, oh, they're about to play, and everyone scoots forward. And yeah, there's some nerves, but even if the nerves go away right as you start playing, the adrenaline's there, and the shit's way louder, and the drummer can barely hear you because you turn it up so fucking loud, but everything sounds like fucking amazing. And finally I could turn my amp up, kind of thing. And there's a contest between the guy on the left and the guy on the right. Who's trying to hear themselves? That's because they fucking saturated the room. Nobody can hear themselves. Turn it both down, They didn't fucking realize it. Shit like that. You get in war with your guitarist. It's different. And it's not just one guy playing each part the way he wants it. But yeah, even when you have a band and you play in your little environment that you create, like it's your band nook or one guy's house, and you always set up the same way and whatever, and you could have a little routine, and you go have smokes in between like every few tracks, and you joke in between. You can't fucking joke in between for 5 minutes between every song and talk about the changes and then mess up twice and then start again and do it right. You have to do every song perfect all in a row, no breaks. Oh, like a little bit of, like, it's seconds. You barely get a chance to start dripping sweat. Yeah, and that's what a show's like, So people speed things up, people change things, people change tempos, people miss parts. Super complicated. But what happens when you do that a lot is it increases your skill, changes your skill a little bit, but it increases your skill, and you have to practice that. You can't just play one show and be good. It's just like at home. You have to practice the shows. You get to like 20 shows and you almost start to go, let's jump and turn around in the middle of that song and have things to do. Doesn't always work out good. It might mess up a song, But creating an environment, having a place you feel comfortable is really important to writing. Even if it's just on a tour bus with a tape and headphones on or some beers or whatever it is. Take a walk with your acoustic. Sit down in the bedroom, in the back room, down in the basement, out in the garage, trapped in a closet. Wherever that environment is that you can make. Apartment livers taking up the whole house. Me, all my gear, taking up the whole house. I'm eating blue ribbon ice cream. No, it's not Pabst ice cream. It's blue ribbon ice cream. Oh yeah. What track is this? To the Moon. It's going to be the last song. Copied the link. I don't know if anyone's chatting. Look, Tim Setter's chatting. What's up, Spittin' Rhymes? First artist is Flesher. BandLab, 17 years old, correct? Second artist, here it is. It's Postbox. This is a band I gotta start doing some parts in. I'm just kind of getting behind on everything I want to do, but I'm going to be doing that soon. Be looking forward to it. This is a promissory note and such things. I got in some weird grooves and some weird stuff happened since I got in the group a couple weeks back, or a week and a half back. Or however long it's been. Maybe it's been longer. The demo. Some of the parts are going to be replaced. So this is a starting spot. This is, I think, guitars. What is this? I have to look at them to see. This one says progressive psychedelic grunge. So this artist, you can find this artist in his album at Quinn Mitchell, QuinnMitchel, Quinn Mitchell. So let me share this to the BandLab page. View profile, and then I can post this up. I got a weird setup going with all this giant ice cream I got here. Hear me post this. I'm missing notes because I'm just not listening very well. There we go. Featuring at Fleischer. Yeah. Gonna try and stop us. We can. Thinking unusual to be unusual. You've got to think outside the box to put a new little tasty in your song. I don't always do it. Sometimes I just have a little set of rules and I follow them and repeat. And I forget to get unusual. To be unusual. You know, do something weird. Play with the little kid's toy. Watch a weird show. Look at something trippy on TV that's muted while you're recording. Visuals. Look at visuals of what you want to write about or sing about. Read a story about something that you want to write about. I had this idea earlier, and it was like a song that was going like along the lines of this. It was like, I wonder if this has lyrics or not. Is that? Oh, wait a second. It does. Okay. So I'm not gonna start singing on this track. The idea of the song was like so morbid, you guys. So morbid. The idea of the song is father steps outside for to mow the lawn, comes inside, and the kids have gotten into some catastrophic fight, and somehow both died. And so the father comes in and is an emotional, and grabs up his sons. It was weird. It was like an improvise I was doing, and it followed this story, but it was in like a proper flow. And you know, I didn't record it, and it always happens like that. You're never recording when you do something amazing. Then you record and you get this stale version of shit. Whatever. That's why I try to just record a bunch and just find this stuff. But I don't do enough vocals, I'll tell you that, because I would throw away 5 and keep 1, and it would take a lot of time doing that. But it would be, I think people would be quite entertained if I did that more. That being said, I provide more of a service to myself, listening-wise, and to others with my instrumentals, and I just have a passion for making them. But back to the story. So the father walks into this crazy scene, and he scoops up his kids and screams bloody murder, and then it has these feelings of fear where he knows he's going to be in trouble for all of this. He knows, and he makes some moves, and then before he calls the police, he does some stupid couple of things, and that was really what seals the fear he had into place, and he becomes the victim twice and goes to jail for the murders, and just a sad accident, just something like that. It was like this crazy morbid story. You know, I want to tell stories like that, you know, but I can't tell a story like that just cause. You got to get like a little unusual. You got to get a little unusual. You know, you don't just tell that story. And that explains a lot about metal. You know, you hear a band like Dream Theater, and they have a lot of positive messages, and they sing the songs. Or a band like Witchcraft, and they sing the songs. But when you have someone singing limb from limb from limb, usually they aren't singing it limb from limb from limb from limb from fucking limb. They're usually singing limb from limb from limb from limb from fucking limb. You know what I mean? So you have to get unusual. Whatever that means to you. I talk very ambiguously about these things. Here it is: fear, stage versus studio, creating environment, and thinking unusual. To be unusual. So I'm gonna pop these papers back here so I don't have to go searching for them, and I can make notes when I'm back here sometimes. Let's crank this up. These songs remind me of like a little bit more progressive version of Silverchair. I hope that is not offensive and just a lovely comment, because I love Silverchair, especially their early stuff. And then this additional like two vocalists, I dig that. So I told you guys. I told you this was good shit. You're gonna love it. Let's see what the chat's doing. Take these are polarized. I don't know if you ever wear polarized shit. It's real good when there's a glare, but it's like everything that's electronic and digital or a screen gets a weird, hard to see. It's really hard to see this LED monitor I got here. Oh, that's gross. It's so dusty. Man, that's dusty. That was cool. All right, you guys, that's the blog. Go check out these artists, Flesher and Quinn Mitchell. Both great artists. We'll let another song start, and then we'll make you have to go to BandLab to hear the rest. Good morning, afternoon, or evening. We are music.